welcome to the Rebirth Summit 2025, Stories of Unyielding Courage. I'm Dr. David Shapiro. I was born in New York to an Orthodox Jewish family, walked through atheism. I fought professionally in the ring. Eventually, I found truth and healing in Jesus. Today, as a pastor and apologist, I write and speak to help people see the faith and logic go hand in hand. Through my podcast, The Boundless Bible, and my upcoming book, Jesus Christ, A Lot of Evidence, I share historical, scientific, and archaeological evidence that points to the truth of the Scripture. My passion is helping other believers grow confident in God's Word and inviting skeptics to explore with fresh eyes. You can find me on drdavidshapiro.org, and it is my privilege today to interview Andrea Waters. Andrea Waters is a transformative career and personal development coach with over 25 years of experience in what she calls helping professions, with a BA in psychology from the University of North Florida and an MA in organizational management. Andrea brings both heart and strategy to every client she serves. Her diverse professional journey spans corporate, nonprofit, and academic sectors, including impactful roles as career service director, corporate recruiter, and career coach. This unique background equips her with insight to guide individuals from both sides of the hiring desk, helping them to align their talents with meaningful opportunities. Andrea's gift lies in recognizing the untapped potential in others, igniting the confidence and clarity needed to pursue extraordinary success. She is passionate about guiding clients through her Yes season and their year of extraordinary supply, where purpose, growth, and transformative align. Known for her authentic, empowering approach, Andrea is more than a coach. She's a catalyst for real change. If you're ready to step into your next chapter with boldness and purpose, she's ready to help you write it. Wow. I could have used you many years ago. That is amazing. My wife is actually in corporate recruiting, so I can't wait to hear your story.
Nice.
Let's start from the beginning. What was your life like before your transformation? Describe your situation emotionally, mentally, spiritually.
Well, David, let's start from the beginning.
Let's do
So,
it.
what I'd like for you to do, and everyone here, is just to imagine being born into a world. At 6 months old, I was the youngest of three. I have two older siblings. 6 months of age, your birth mother tragically dies in a car accident. Imagine being that baby. My father was left taking care of three young children. Our mother is gone, tragically, you know. So then from there, imagine a year and a half later, my father meets someone who would be the angel in our life, who helps him raise those three young kids, me being the youngest. She, helped my siblings go on to college and to do great things. At the age of 8, the same young girl who as a baby, who lost her mom at the age of 8, her father passes away from leukemia. So now we have a single mom raising these three kids, making sure that they have everything that they need in life. David, I never missed a beat. We were poor, but we didn't know that we were poor. We had a home full of love. My mom always told us that we could do anything that we put our minds to. So imagine going through life knowing that there's something more inside of you, but also feeling as though you're just a regular person. I don't have the testimony of, living on the streets, or, being put in jail, or not knowing where my next meal came from. So that in me instilled a sense of, you don't have a story. You don't have anything to share with anyone. You're just a regular person going through life, making decisions, some right, some wrong, but you don't have a story. That's my beginning.
Wow. I mean, we'll get to it because, man, I have a feeling this testimony is very powerful. What was your breaking or turning point? What major moment kind of shifted in your life and to force that change?
So going through life, I've spent years, as I said in my bio, I've spent years being drawn to people who, like me, did not see their purpose, right? So
Mhm.
God has gifted me with this sense of recognizing your talents, recognizing your skills, and then being able to help you put those gifts and talents to work. So throughout my journey, whether it was in college and, I was drawn to seminars and, helping people bring out the best in them, I realized that, wait a minute, this is something that you have to share with the world. And I began to walk more boldly in what I knew to be my purpose. So that's where it all began. It began, as early as the college years, where people started asking me, uh, will you read over this paper for me? Will you, help me with these interview questions? And I said, God, I have something more to share with people. And so that's where it started.
So having this feeling of you're just this ordinary person and then being
Yes.
launched into this, what did that transformation feel like to you? Take us kind of through your internal process.
David, this has been such a scary and along the way transformative process. And I have to, one thing that you will know about me, and the more people get to know me and they're around me, I always speak about coming from an authentic place. When people know that you care about them and you're not just saying, oh, you should do this better, or, you're trying to dim their light, but when they know that you want to see the best in them, they will accept what you have to say because it's said from a place of love, right? So, as I am speaking with people and as I am talking to them about changes they need to make, but within myself, I'm saying, who am I to share this with someone else? I don't have the story of, this big transformation of, being locked out of the home or being put in jail or any of these tragic, I was never abused. I don't have, that's not my testimony. And David, what I came to realize, and really simply through the rebirth moment, through this movement, is that God has simply had his hands on me and that I too have a purpose. And that there are other people who have been struggling with what is their purpose? Is this my time to help people do what they need to do? And it hit me. You do have a purpose and you do have a story. And something as simple as, and it's simple, but it's profound at the same time. God has kept his hands on me.
Yeah. What's remarkable is that through your journey, a lot of people would have looked at the things you have gone through, all the death, and they would have turned bitter and said, "God didn't have
Yes,
his hands on me." And here
yes,
you are, and you're going, "What's my story? What's my testimony?" I'm going, for you to have that type of faith that God has hand on you through all of that, you're really remarkable for that, and it's amazing. Let me ask you, who else supported you along your way on your journey, or what else supported you on your way?
yes. So I would have to say my main support system has been my family. The three siblings, I am the youngest of three. And when I say the youngest, I mean there are 10 years between my sister and my
Okay.
brother is 12 years older. Okay. So they, my sister always says, you're my first baby, right? So they have been a major support system along with, I call her my angel mom, right? The woman who actually said to my father, I will help you raise these children. I promise you that I'm not going to let these children go. This was the support system that I grew up with, knowing that whatever it was that I wanted to do in life, I knew that I was able to do it. And she sacrificed for us. She did not finish high school, but we never missed a meal. She worked hard with what God gave her to do with her hands. And so just last year, our angel mom went home to be with God. She had a fight with dementia, and we
Okay.
saw it through to the end. And so, what that has helped me do is to also teach people and to encourage them to use what's in your hands. What has God given you? Moses parted the Red Sea with that staff.
Mhm.
What's in your hands?
That's amazing. I love you call your angel mom, and I love that you said she went home. Yes, she graduated home. This is a
Yes,
celebration. Where are you now on your journey? With Angel Mom no longer here,
yes.
and kind of going forward, where are you on your journey?
So I am stepping boldly. I call it the year of yes. It's the year of extraordinary supply. And what do I mean by supply? I mean taking those gifts and talents and sharing them with the marketplace, sharing them with people who may not realize the impact that they have in the world. So that's where I am right now. And I'm starting with the professional development piece, that career coaching piece, because we spend so much of our time trying to figure out how we're going to make a living. How are we going to provide for our families and for our well-being? So I say we're not making a living. You are here to live. And how are we doing that? So, my journey right now is making sure that I touch the lives that God has in contact with me to touch. And I'm making sure that I am reaching out to people about that well known phenomenon of the imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
When you feel as though you don't have anything to share and you feel as though you're not equipped to walk in the rooms and to open the doors that God has opened, and all you have to do is step in, I want to help you conquer that fear because that's where I am in my journey. And to also use what's in your hands.
That's wonderful. So in your year of yes, what other experiences have you gone through? Can you share with others to help them? What are you using to share your experiences with others in this year of yes?
Yeah, so I am walking through platforms and doors that I never thought I would. This summit is the perfect example of this. So I stepped into this afraid, and I told Lima, I know she remembers working with me from the beginning, and I told her, but I don't have a story. I don't have anything to share with the world. And she, once I gave her a little of my background, she said, Andrea, people need to hear what you have to say. And so I am thankful for this platform. And the other, another support system is, I have a really strong support system within my church and within my family. And I'll share with you that, my husband is one of those, he is more in the background and, but he's pushing me. And so he heard me speaking to a group of professionals about a month ago, and he said, you really do have something to share. You really do need to put a voice to what's inside of you. He and my two, what I call my baby adults,
Mm-hmm.
they are 25 and almost 24. They are some of my strongest supporters on this journey. So I am accepting whatever opportunities come my way, be it virtual, be it in person, be it can you coach me to my next professional season of life? That's how I'm embracing this season of extraordinary supply.
That's amazing. You are definitely a humble person because you keep going back to you don't feel like you have a story. Meanwhile, I'm going, man, what an incredible story. So the only thing it has to come from is being humble. What would you tell somebody if they came to you with your story?
Yes.
If they said, "Listen, I've had loss in my life, and
Hmm.
it could have turned very poorly. I could have blamed
Yes.
God and fallen down this hole. And what would you tell somebody who's stuck in their pain right now, going, I don't know what to do. How do I get out of this?
Yes. I would start by telling them that there is always purpose behind the pain. And a lot of times you don't see it in the beginning, and you put one foot in front of the other. And a lot of times it's not about us. It's not about being selfish and, being stuck in that place of pain, but how do I use it? How do I use that to help someone else? Because that's what it's about. No man is an island. So I'm put here to help my sister and my brother, right? So how do I do that? I'm going to use that pain. I'm going to pick up all the pieces of it and find joy in me helping someone and sharing my light so that they can then shine as well.
That's amazing. Yeah, God created us to always feel good when we're helping others.
He did.
So I've heard, I tell you, Angel Mom is so great. I've heard Extra Mom, I've heard Bonus Baby, I've heard so
Yes.
many different things. And I'm going to ask you a question, and I hope you don't get too choked up. I'm sure you've talked to her before her graduation, but
Yes.
if you want to tell your Angel Mom something, one thing right now with what you're going through with your
Yes.
journey, what would you tell her?
David, let me tell you something. You already feel it. You're
I
good,
know.
David. You are good. But I would simply tell her, thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for the sacrifice because she did not have to do what she did. She took on a responsibility that so many other people would have just walked away. This man has three children, and one of them is under the age of 2. Okay? So I would just say thank you for the sacrifice and thank you for teaching me to use what's in my hands.
Amazing. We'll thank Angel Mom as well from here, because
Yes.
for you to be here and tell your story is absolutely amazing and empowering. I think that a lot of people have a story, and they do have this imposter syndrome, and they feel like, well, my story's not going to help anyone, or it's not as dramatic as somebody else's.
Yes.
And let me tell you that anybody who's listening to yours right now, I think has to be moved. And I think it's going to help a lot of people. So I just really thank you for coming on here and being who you are, so humble and so loving. I have to imagine that your older siblings, although they probably beat you up a little bit, give
Yes.
you encouragement as well, because you just beam with encouragement. I love that.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity and for this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea, for sharing your heart and your powerful story. Your journey is amazing. This has been This has been another incredible conversation on the Rebirth Summit of 2025. Stories of unyielding courage, and let me tell you, you do have courage and a testimony and a story, and we love it. I'm David. It's been an honor to host this interview as part of this global movement for healing and transformation. Stay tuned for more interviews from courageous speakers all around the world. Until next time, this is Rebirth TV signing off.